Right, so tonight's planting is a pair of quite simple, straightforward ones, which are going in the somewhat irrigated area. We've done a few of our recent plantings, which is underneath some large Delonix regia and a very large Brachystegia spiciformis tree, where I've built up my thicket. We're going on the leeward end of my thicket to try and stop a little bit more of the moisture being blown out of here, and also keep a little bit more of the afternoon sun out. There are layers of vegetation already here, but most of them are somewhat deciduous on this end of the thicket, so adding a little bit more won't hurt. To keep things a little bit more humid for some of the more tropical plants in the thicket area. So we're going to be starting with the palm tree that is rapidly becoming my most planted one, which is the Carpentaria. These are still very cheap at the local nursery, and I actually, having joked to the guy there, I was probably going to end up buying his whole stock over the course of the year, got a free one thrown in the other day. So yeah, there'll be a few more, don't worry about that. But these, because they are such slender plants, because they have quite uninvasive roots, they're often actually planted in close clumps together. Very much like a bamboo palm, more on that later. So the companion plants going in here, as much as they probably would be removed from anything else, it's entirely possible that these little Dracaena reflexes that are going in to just shade the base of this will stay here quite a lot longer than they would for another tree. And we're also going to be putting in some pieces of peperomia obtusifolia, which will spread out from here, and as the trunk does its very slight thickening, these will be perfectly happy to root wherever they've touched the ground and spread out. They're a really good ground cover for shady areas. Part 2 of tonight's planting is one that I think I've said before that you can never have enough of, and I do believe that. I'm going in an area where I actually thought about planting a soursop, but soursops are a relatively large tree, but they are very close related to tonight's tree, which is a custard apple, which is known as squamosa. This is going in next to another bamboo palm. This is one of the Camedora bamboo palms, as opposed to, there's one in Dipsis we'll probably be planting as a tree later in the year. This Camedora one stays relatively small. It's not like the cataract palm, which is very small. This is shrubby with long slender stems, and it has been occasionally nibbled by the mole rat, and that's one of the real perks of the bamboo palms, is they will tolerate a lot of damage and just send up some more shoots from the side. But I do think it would appreciate drying out a little less, so having a small, quite bushy tree close by should help this, especially when, as now, the flamboyance up above out of leaves. Because this is an area where we do have a lot of the Kalanchoe pinnata and a lot of the Commeline communis, which do form quite a dense thicket in the rainy season, I can't really put many low-lying ground covers here. There's already plenty around for a start, but also they would get choked out quite quickly by those. But we are going to put some markers so I can keep this from being choked out by those, so we're going to be using some more slightly taller pieces of Dracaena reflexa for that. And that should be everything for tonight, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it, and if you haven't enjoyed it, thank you for watching anyway. Please tune in again tomorrow, because I will be planting something else. I'm not sure what yet, but we will see.